Scorpio, what's going on with you? I hope you guys are doing lovely. This is going to be your weekly reading from the 18th through the 24th. We're going to get straight to the point, ladies and gents. We're going to see what's going on with you guys during this time, during this week. Let's hope that you guys are having a good one. So let's get an energy read. It's going to be clear, cut, concise, to the point, no sugarcoating, all right? So let's see what's going on with the Scorpio individuals here from the 18th through the 24th. I know I look weird, ladies and gents. I decided to trim my face. Even I look alien to me, okay? Oh, there you are, King of Cups. Let's see what you guys are going through. So what are the Leos, the Scorpios dealing with from the 18th to the 24th? What are the energies that these individuals are dealing with from the 18th to the 24th? What's going on in your inner world, Scorpio? All right. Whoops. The Eight of Cups. Damn, okay, so this could go one or two ways, ladies and gents. I feel that you're definitely making an attempt to move towards stability, groundedness. Now, I'm not necessarily getting an energy of you walking away from a relationship per se, but you're definitely taking steps towards stability within your own life. Now, what I mean by this is that this could most certainly encompass a relationship. It doesn't have to, but it can. Nevertheless, tell me more. What is Scorpio walking away from? The Eight of Coins. All right, ladies and gents, it seems quite clear to me that you are stopping your investment into a relationship. You're leaving something out in the fucking cold. All right, Five of Wands. You could have been dealing with some sort of conflict here. All right, maybe you weren't seeing eye to eye with an individual and you decided to just book it, so it seems. All right. The Judgment. You made some sort of judgment call with this. All right. I feel like you were in a state where you could have been holding on to the same bloody paradigm the whole time, and you decided, or rather, you got some sort of clarity here, and you decided to move on from it flat out. That's really what I'm getting here. All right. So you could have been involved in a conflict for quite some time, and this week, or maybe as of recent, you've decided to just make that call of moving the hell on, so it seems. All right, tell me more. Tell me more. What Scorpio dealing with? What are the Scorpios dealing with? Yeah, you are in a state of recovery, okay? When it comes to matters of love, I don't see you too invested. I don't see you too active per se. You're more so in an element of isolation and an element of being withdrawn. Look at this, literally. You're in the hermit energy where you're simply spending time with yourself. I really get the sense that I'm dealing with some Scorpios that are licking their wounds. All right. Now, deep down, what do they want from the situation? What outcome do they want? What does Scorpio want in this situation? The Tower. All right, I'm not getting a clear message, but what I am clearly getting, I'm not getting a clear answer to my question, but I am getting a clear indication that you're fucking done with the chaos. You're done fighting for whatever you're fighting for. You're done standing your ground in a situation. I feel Scorpio's throwing in the white towel, put it like that. You guys are throwing in the towel, ladies and gents. All right, you feel as if your happiness dwells elsewhere and you've decided to head a different direction. Now, as for the relationship, deep down, what does Scorpio desire in this? The Page of Wands and the Four of Cups. You know what? I'm getting a sense that Scorpio isn't necessarily getting the recognition that they feel they deserve, or they're not getting treated the way they feel they deserve. All right, I feel like ultimately you would like to see some sort of effort from your person, maybe an apology. Maybe you don't even want to be with this individual. Maybe you're certainly done with this person, but I do get the sense that you'd like to hear something. What would you like to hear from this individual? What action? The Nine of Swords. I don't know why I get the sense that the Emperor. You know what? I'm getting this weird energy, Scorpio. It's kind of like you want to feel that you came out on top of a situation. You want to feel that your person, is affected by what's happened. Maybe as affected as you. It's kind of toxic, for real. It's kind of toxic, all right? I'm not getting this fucking love and light evolved sort of individual here. This is someone that is a bit vengeful, which is very much Scorpio-ish. All right? But I feel like you want to see your person in pain. It's like you want to hear this individual's lack of happiness from the situation. Maybe you want them to come forward and tell you how much they're affected by what's happened. And I feel that's what would give you a sense of control. That's what would make you feel as if, yes, I'm the shot caller, I'm the one in power here. But the Scorpio love whomever it is that they're dealing with. Is there actual love or is there not? The lovers, you see that on the line, ladies and gents. You definitely got love for this individual. All right. So, what can Scorpio do? What can Scorpio do to align with whatever it is that they actually desire in this connection? You could be dealing with a Gemini here with that lover's energy. What can Scorpio align with to attain what they desire deep down? The Four of Cups. You need to look at things from a different angle. To be honest, in regards to you getting what you want from this individual or communication or whatever it may be, I don't feel you're going to get it. I feel that's something that you need to resolve within your own self. Okay? So the more you continue to beat a dead horse in regards to, you know, continuously desiring something that you aren't getting, the more empty you're going to feel, the more lack of contentment you're going to feel. So you need to stop focusing on that shit, Scorpio. You need to look at other things. All right? Which I feel you are moving toward. Such as, you know, moving towards a different direction, opening yourself up to a completely new path away from this connection. However, it seems that you're also still holding on to this shit, and it's gonna impede you from releasing yourself from it. So you need to change your perspective when it comes to the situation. All right, tell me more. Death energy. If you're done with something, you need to be absolutely fucking done with it. You need to stop investing into it. You got to stop resisting it. You got to stop revisiting it. All right, ladies and gents, you got to let it fucking die. All right, and the way you're going to let it die is by starving it. You starve it with your attention. You starve it, you know, with your lack of attention, rather. Okay, so this means stop thinking about this individual. When you have these memories or this nostalgia, I understand it's not good. I'm sure when you think about whomever it is that you're connected with, it's not a good feeling. So stop thinking about this individual, ladies and gents. All right, and then this idea of, oh, they're in my energy. Yes, they could be in your energy, but if you were fucking vibrating at such a rate, they wouldn't be bothering you. So the idea of they're in my energy and why are they in here is a fucking pathetic way of navigating reality. Are you some fucking pathetic, weak-ass victim? All right, so I've never heard that from a Scorpio. They're in my energy, but I've heard that from other signs. They act like these fucking helpless victims. Oh, I can't. I'm miserable. My ex is thinking about me. I haven't talked to them in 3 months, and I'm in their mind, and because of that, I'm in their, you know, they're in mine. It's like, you fucking pathetic creature, man. Get a fucking grip. You know, go get some fucking therapy. Hey, ladies and gents, you're gonna vent on some pathetic shit like that on my channel. Believe me, you ain't gonna get no fucking cookie or a little pat on the back. I'm gonna send you to the fucking love and light reader down the street. All right. What needs to happen is that you need to destroy this fucking bridge once and for all, ladies and gents, because the way you're navigating it, the way you're viewing it, isn't serving you. And that is what it is, ladies and gents. Boom, that's what's going to lead you towards a new beginning. What's going on here with this dingleberry that you're dealing with? Whomever it is that Scorpio is walking away from, what is this individual's energy towards Scorpio? The Hierophant? So they still feel very much energetically entangled with you, just like you do with them. But they're also withdrawn here is what I'm getting. Two of Swords, the Hermit, you see? And the Four of Swords. This individual here is clearly still thinking about you. They're still contemplating something about you. What are they contemplating? I don't feel like this individual is able to let you go. They may want to come back around. What's on this individual's mind? Mending, I feel. Yep. A reunion, Three of Cups. Low key, this individual is manifesting this. They're manifesting a reunion with you. The Magician. So tell me more about this Two of Swords. The Ten of Cups. So the Two of Swords is all about being at a crossroad or simply having a hard time making a decision, having a hard time seeing things clearly. And that's what we see here with the Eight of Swords. So in our reality, this individual's got a tremendous amount of love for you. They got a tremendous amount of feelings for you. Obviously, we saw the Lovers, so the love goes both ways. But then again, ladies and gents, I think we can both agree that love isn't enough. All right? You can love me to the moon and back, but if you're a piece of shit, all right, and you are bringing your fucking chaos into my reality and you're not taking any accountability and you're not willing to change, I don't give a fuck. You're going to have to hit the road. Go to your fucking mom's house. All right? Let her take care of your parents. Let your fucking parents deal with that shit. All right? Send a fucking grown-ass adult on their way, ladies and gents. Yeah. Nevertheless, what's this individual's obstacle? Because they're the ones stuck on you. This individual is having a hard time letting go. You seem to be decided and saying, I'm fucking gone. I don't want to deal with this turd. That's what Scorpio's saying. So what is this individual's obstacle? What's their problem? What's impeding them from aligning with goodness in this connection? Nine of Swords, stress. Well, currently right now they're stressed the fuck out. They're losing sleep. They're all up in their fucking head. I feel that they're having a hard time taking the reality of this separation, of this conflict. The Four of Coins, this compels them to shut off. Their own lack of happiness, you see, it's kind of like when someone goes through a tumultuous situation, some people get inspired to do something about it, right? It's like, oh, fuck that. I'm definitely not going to let Scorpio get away. I'm going to change. I'm going to woo. I'm going to fucking convince. I'm going to win Scorpio back, right? Not this individual. This individual, yeah, they got a lot of feelings for you. They may be a water sign like you. They got a lot of feelings for you, but their stress compels them to shut off. Tell me more. What's holding this individual back from coming around? The Devil. You see, there's nothing outside of this individual than themselves, their own personal weakness. Sure, they may be giving up their power to something else, like an addiction, but this can also insinuate a self-defeating attitude. All right, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I'm not necessarily getting substance abuse or anything of that sort. On the contrary, look, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands. 5 plus 10 is 15, the Devil. So what I'm seeing here is that it's the actual conflict here between you and this individual that's holding them back from coming forward. Then again, the first card that they got out was the Hierophant, which is quite a potent energy, and I feel that, this individual may in fact be coming back around, ladies and gents. They may. So your advice was to burn the fucking bridge, ladies and gents, if you really wanted to have a new beginning. Now, if Scorpio still wants, is it worth giving this another chance? Let's just see what the cards say. Okay, I'm on your side. You want to fuck this individual off? By all means, I'm rooting for you. But for the sake of it, is it worth giving this individual another chance? Would they change? What are the probabilities of success in a reconciliation scenario? The Strength card, it wouldn't be easy, ladies and gents, and I feel like you'd have to be in a state of observance, some deep scrutiny when it comes to people's behaviors in this relationship. It's one of those, you already know, it's like when some relationship fucked up so bad, now we're gonna have to be all fucking tense, and you're gonna have to prove your worth. You're gonna be under the scope. All right, but I feel that if integrity is embodied, truthfulness, honesty, respect, dignity, not only dignity towards the individual and how you treat them, but self-dignity. At the end of the day, it all comes down to self-dignity. It's like, if you don't have fucking respect for yourself, how are you going to expect to be able to give that to somebody else? Oh, let me treat my partner with respect, but I don't have boundaries. I don't have self-respect. I have low self-worth. Really? You need to fucking work on yourself, huh? At the end of the day, these relationships are a reflection, or the way, our relationship and our experience in our relationships tells us a lot about our own inner world. So that goes to tell you something as well, Scorpio. Okay, let's not paint you like fucking Mother Teresa or, Archangel Michael or something here. You may be a little devil yourself, ladies and gents. Okay, tell me who you hang around with. I'm going to tell you who you are. All right, what's Scorpio's obstacle when it comes to their... What is just their obstacle? Something that needs to come up to their attention here. The Devil, look, you're just as toxic as this individual. Go figure. What is this Devil energy? I feel that there's an element of codependency on your end. All right, I feel that you guys are significantly affected when it comes to your confidence, your charisma, your independence, your ability to say, I'm fucking single, I'm doing my own thing, I'm thriving. That is affected because you still base a lot of your happiness, a lot of your success, a lot of your value on this individual. In other words, oh, they treat me like shit, so I feel like shit. You may not say this consciously, but I'm seeing this unconsciously with that Devil energy. So you must ask yourself, how happy are you? And I'm sure you guys are going to say, dude, I'm not fucking happy at all. I see it. I see it. That's your current obstacle at this time, is the fact that you are seemingly bounded, or at least you're binding yourself to this situation. You're binding yourself to this individual. And then this completely correlates with that advice here earlier, you need to burn the fucking bridge. If you are serious, you got to stop twiddling your fucking fingers and, watching all these tarot readings on your ex, thinking about your ex, plotting against your ex, desiring your ex to suffer because they made you suffer. All right? You guys really need to look in the mirror here. I feel like you got a new beginning around the corner, ladies and gents, with yourself, in your personal life, not in this relationship. What's next for this connection? What's next? What's next for this connection? The Nine of Cups. There you go. This is you. This is you having some sort of, element of relinquishing the burden. This is you embodying this sense of self-contentment. You really saying, I don't need anybody but myself to be happy. I see yourself liberating. All right. I see liberation for you, Scorpio. Let's get one last message here. And then we're taking this to the extended where I'm going to dissect the individual that you're dealing with, ladies and gents. All right, I'll be looking into their next actions because they ain't done with you. Okay, they're in two minds right now. They're making up their mind. We're going to see what their actions are going to be here this week, if any at all. We're also going to look into this individual's deepest feelings towards you. All right, we'll look into some their hidden truth, what they haven't said to you, what they haven't spoken to you, what they'd like to say, what you may not see from this individual, what you may be blinded from about this person, and then we're going to look into the outcome. But the one last message here for Scorpio that can facilitate them in moving towards this beautiful independence, the World card. This is not an easy energy to deal with. This is a major arcana, ladies and gents, but this is all about closure. And like I said, you have to find your own closure, ladies and gents. You have to really scrutinize. You see, this is completion. This world energy is vast, right? It's kind of like, imagine, I know this doesn't make sense and this has nothing to do with tarot reading or the meaning of tarot reading, but this is just this energy that I'm getting here. So this is all about you processing this, right? The earth, for instance, you pour some sort of fucking gas, some poisonous gas in the air, eventually the earth is going to process it and it's going to transform it. The trees are going to go through this process and clean the air. Same thing with the ocean, you name it. The earth has its way of regulating itself. You have to go through your own natural process. You guys have to cry, right? Crying or feeling the emotions, processing the emotions is your own natural way of releasing this. Rather than resisting it, rather than, desiring vengeance and continuing to pour fuel into the fire of this friction and negativity, ladies and gents, sit with it. All right, process it. Cry if you must. Feel sorry for yourself if you must. And then take a step back and realize, is this reality, or is this just how I'm feeling? And when you're in those deep feelings, then you're able to really scrutinize what it is that's screaming within you that wants attention. I don't feel as if I was valued. I feel as if this individual treated me like garbage. This individual acted upon their own will. The feeling that you are experiencing within has to do more with you than how they treated you. All right, the fact that you're still holding on to this, because let me tell you, someone that doesn't feel like garbage, they're not going to be that affected. They'll be like, fuck this individual. They don't even know who the fuck they're talking to. A lion doesn't fucking listen to a sheep. All right? But someone here is like, oh, fuck, they called me a sheep. I am a sheep. I feel like a sheep. You know what I mean? It's like, you really need to dial down and scrutinize what your unconscious is trying to tell you. Process the situation rather than just focusing outside of you. And that's one of the things that I feel that's coming from you is that when it comes, yes, you're trying to walk away. By all means, you're doing a good job. You're working as you can. But when it comes to this individual, the attachment that you have towards them as resistance, friction, and that's what's keeping you stuck, ladies and gents. So just embrace it. Embrace the nasty reality of what it is. Sit with it. Feel the emotions. Try to categorize the emotions. Say, you know what, I feel empty, or I feel, hurt, or I feel whatever it is that you're able to dial down on, and then move towards healing that. You feel empty, realize that you actually have a support team. Realize that you have people around you that love you. All right? You feel a lack of love, love yourself. Only then are you going to overcome this lack of love. It's through you. So on and so forth. All right, so that's what I'm getting here from this world card. I'm taking this to the extended. All right, if you guys are interested in the extended, the link is in the description. You want access to all the extended readings, take a look at the second link, ladies and gents. I'm wishing you guys well. You guys are going to get over this. All right, just do the work so that you don't delay this any further. Look at that, Ace of Swords. I'm telling you, you got a new beginning around the corner. I'll see you guys around.